Peace be to you. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health educator. So, tonight I will talk about. Hey, brother, how's it going? Have a good night. I got to meet one of you all, one of my subscribers. Came to the hospital here to meet me, which is kind of neat. It's always interesting meeting you all. Those of you all that actually watch my channel, and it's nice. It's nice that you're able to glean something of value from what I have to say and what I'm doing. So this particular person was trying to get shadowing hours, and we're discussing about how difficult it is for people to get PA shadowing hours. There's not that many PAs in the country to begin with. And then when you're talking about, having to shadow a PA, in a way it's almost unfair, because, what do you do if you live in a region that doesn't have physician assistants? You're kind of, you're at a distinct disadvantage. But you got to try to make some type of sacrifice, whether that's traveling or I don't know, hopefully making do with a doctor or a nurse practitioner. But CASPA, from what I've read and from what I understand, they're really serious about wanting your recommendations to be from at least one or two physician assistants. And this in particular, when it comes to admissions, the pre-PA student who came to visit me was asking how she could make herself a more competitive applicant. And, my response was, basically what I've discussed with you all: getting your GPA up, your grade point average. If it's mediocre, meaning if it's below a 3.0, you may have to take an extra semester or even an extra year or two to bring that GPA up. And then if you don't have the adequate number of direct patient contact hours, meaning that you have engaged in actually taking care of patients, whether that's as something like a phlebotomist, a nurse practitioner, an emergency medical tech, something of that nature, you got to have those hours to make yourself stand out. You need more than the required hours, and you've got to have superior GRE scores, and you need to really have compelling reasons for why you want to be specifically a physician assistant. And this young lady really had good reasons. I thought, she had compared nurse practitioner and medical doctor to a physician assistant, and said, this is why I specifically want to be a physician assistant, and that's good. But you want to practice your interview techniques over and over again. My suggestion would be to actually write out why you want to be a physician assistant. In terms of your GPA, I've discussed this before in multiple videos. You really need to have, I would say, a 3.3 to be a competitive applicant, and that's on the lower range. I can't get over how competitive the application process for physician assistants has become. But that's just, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know too many jobs where you can start at, I'd say, a minimum of 90,000, 95,000 a year, fresh out of school with no experience. I mean, that's usually what people make after several years of experience in other jobs. But you can make that as a PA coming straight out of school with no experience. So it's going to just get even more competitive. But that's it. My goal for those of you all who have contacted me, I'm trying to work with a couple of doctors in the area where I work, in the DC area, at least to arrange for some of you all to get shadowing hours with me or other physician assistants, just so you can at least say, yes, I shadowed a PA. I really feel for you guys that are going through this process now. It's not easy, you know, but that's how it is. But if you have any other questions about applying to PA school, please leave them in the comment section. Check out some of the highlights of the AAPA conference. That's the American Academy of Physician Assistants. It's a very exciting conference that we have every year. I was not able to make it, but God willing, I'll try to make it next year. I'm really, really busy here in the hospital. And I'm also observing the fast of Ramadan, so I don't want to do too much traveling. But I wish you all the best of success in your positive endeavors. If you have an interest in becoming a physician assistant or a health educator like myself, or any other job in the healthcare field, I've also interviewed some of my colleagues here in the hospital, and you can see what might work best for you. I'd invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I wish you all peace. Take care.